Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing fantastic and that you're all having an incredible day. As always, leaving a like, leaving a comment, or subscribing, all of these things do help out the channel immensely. Today we're going to be talking about 4 cryptocurrencies that I'm currently very bullish on for a number of reasons. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. Number 1 might come as a surprise to a lot of people, even though it shouldn't. Number 1 is Ethereum. The price is extremely low. I don't think that reality is currently reflecting what the coin is, what the coin is doing, where the coin has been before, or even the issuance rate. We went over that before on this channel. The amount of Ether being created on the network has dropped by more than 90%. We had a report a couple of weeks ago that the amount of Ether being created had dropped by 98%, which is incredible. We had a slight price bump a couple of weeks ago when that happened, but even then, no one actually knows if it's simply because we are so correlated to the stock market. Logically, if you have a 90% drop, this usually should translate into at least a 2 or 3x in price, not even considering that it should be a 10x in price, as we previously hit 4,400 before for Ethereum, before we actually had the merge, and also before we had the actual, the issuance rate drop. It is the most used blockchain on the planet. The price is almost laughable, and I know that there are still a lot of people out there who are trying to accumulate as many Ether as they can, especially at this price. I will be buying Ether until probably we hit around a 20 or 30,000 Ether per coin, because it will happen eventually at some point. I think it's just completely a given, and I think a lot of people, I feel like because of current world events, I think a lot of people simply aren't paying attention to anything that's going on right now. So I think a lot of that also has floated over to Ethereum. Once again, my opinion, but if you're into crypto, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Number 2 is XRP. We are allegedly nearing the end of the lawsuit between the company Ripple and the SEC. We've had a lot of news over the last couple of weeks about amicus briefs, which is basically when a bunch of other companies, at least at this point, of other companies are now backing Ripple in their fight against the SEC, claiming that they have information or proof that Ripple either is this or is that, or basically everyone's working against the SEC. We had news before October, somewhere around there, where we were told that the lawsuit might be ending soon, and the price pumped a little bit after that information came out. We also had news, I believe it was last week, 10 days ago, that Coinbase has now also joined the fight on the side of Ripple, which is usually quite funny because we've heard historically that Coinbase does not like Ripple and or XRP. No one knows for certain, but history, especially from 2017, 2018, definitely tells us that. On top of that, a number of banks around the world are actually using XRP. A lot of them, of other companies as well, are also actively using XRP. This was one of the major things that people spoke about in 2017, where they kept on saying that no one was using XRP and that it had no actual use case, and now it does. There are dozens of companies and also banks around the world who are actually using it to send cross-border payments around the world. We also had news relatively recently that I think the top bank or major banks within the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, are also using, that's right, XRP. It's only a matter of time before the lawsuit actually ends. I predict that what's happening is that a lot of companies right now are jumping onto the back of Ripple, and basically, I think everyone's anticipating a win from Ripple. So I think a lot of companies are trying to basically join their side and simply say, yeah, we were also part of the good fight. Who knows exactly what's happening, but it always has to do with money. And I think that they see that the money is going to win. And this is why a lot of people are now siding with Ripple. At least that's the way that it seems. I think the coin's price is still extremely low. What is it, like 47 cents or something like that? I don't know the exact number right now. The previous all-time high was $3.60. And that was from news that it was going to be listed on a website. And that's before we had dozens of banks actually using it around the world. So I think we will eventually see a $10 XRP. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility of it tripling from where it was before with all of the usage. XRP is also a burn coin. The more it's used, the more that gets burned in the background. At some point, we're going to have a $10 XRP. It's just basic numbers for the cryptocurrency space. Number 3 is ApeCoin. I think the price is very low. It is down by at least 80% from its previous all-time high. I believe it was $26, $27, $28. It is now floating around $3 and something or other cents. The project is absolutely huge. The Bored Apes themselves are gigantic. There's been tons of restaurants opened in their names by people who own the apes, and other projects that are coming out. We still have the movies that are coming out. We still have the TV shows. There are also supposed to be physical toys that are going to be entering the stores as well. One can logically assume as prices eventually go back up, whether that be when we decouple from the stock market, or stocks begin to rise once again, or the Fed stops raising interest rates, or pigs fly, or whatever else is happening out there, we will probably once again hit the $26 mark where we were before. And that was simply based off of actual hype before all the other news that actually happened was happening and is currently happening right now. We also have news and indications that allegedly they are trying to create a, what do you call it? An ApeCoin marketplace. I assume maybe it's NFT focused. I'm not really sure exactly what it is, but it's mainly meant to be a place where you can use ApeCoin to be able to transact and buy certain things on a website. And usually when we've seen that before, especially from major brands and major companies, it usually has worked out. I'm thinking Coinbase Coin, Binance Coin, etc., especially if they end up doing this right, which I probably think that they will, because there's billions of dollars floating within the ApeCoin ecosystem. It just seems like a win-win. We know that the metaverse is coming. We know that NFTs are here to stay. If you missed the last year and a half and you just sucked your teeth and you were like, no one's buying NFTs, I have a literal 1,000-word essay that I could write for you, because NFTs are definitely being bought and definitely being used. And all we're waiting for is for the hype cycle to once again re-begin in the cryptocurrency space, and we will probably see a $40 to $50 ApeCoin. We hit $26 just off of the coin being released. Logically, we are probably going to at least double that once we actually see all the things that I was just talking about actually release in the world. Number 4, you should not have any type of surprise by this. Number 4 is Polygon. It is basically the Ethereum scaling solution. Polygon rests on top of Ethereum. It is an Ethereum coin, if you will. It is the scaling solution that we've been waiting for about a good 6-7 years, as we still do not immediately have this on top of, or on the actual layer of, Ethereum. It's fast, it's cheap, it has 0 transactions or 1-cent transactions. If you mint an NFT on it, it's free. If you buy something on top of Polygon, it'll show you the actual transaction fee is 0.02 Matic, which is usually around 1 or 2 cents. It's absolutely incredible that we have something like this. And also, for those of you who missed it, there are tons of companies who announced that they are going to be using Polygon as their chain. For those of you who missed it, Disney announced that they are going to be potentially making their own line of metaverse, NFT, Web3 kind of things. Can you guess the chain that they're using? Right, it's Polygon. We also had news a couple of days after that JP Morgan Chase, for those of you who missed it, is part of the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, and they send money on chain for something. I don't know if it was a bond, a security, I don't know exactly what it was, an equity, question mark, but they sent it using Polygon, and they announced that they're going to be using Polygon as their like public chain, I guess for more transparency. Who exactly knows? And then we got news from Facebook/Meta that they're going to be expanding their NFT marketplace so that people on Meta and Instagram and ABC123 can now also create NFTs on top of it as well. Can you guess what chain that they're using? It's Bitcoin. No, I'm joking. That was a terrible joke. It's Polygon. Everyone's using Polygon, and we saw the price pump from 72 cents to around 90 cents, and then to around $1.25. I don't know where the price is now because time is different depending on when you're watching this, but it was already a big chain before. It was one of the most used, I think it was the most used NFT chain in the cryptocurrency space, and now we have all these billion-dollar companies using it as well, which means that other companies are going to be doing the exact same thing and also announcing that they're also going to be using Polygon probably in the near future. Who the companies are, I don't know, but we know that it's definitely going to end up happening. The coin is extremely undervalued. I think the previous all-time high was like $2.91. That was once again before all the actual usage and was simply just a hype thing of the coin being released. Can you guess where the price is probably going to go when we actually have tens of thousands of NFTs being created by Instagram or Facebook or Meta or the metaverse every single day? And JP Morgan is not just sending one thing, they're sending hundreds of things over the course of a day through this chain as well. And Disney's creating their own line of extra NFTs, not the ones that are already on Vivi. You kind of get the point. And those are just the three major companies who have announced it. There are tons of other coins who actually left other chains and they are now on top of Polygon. It's going to be huge. I have a friend who was telling me that he thought it can go to 100. I don't know. I think 100 is a bit of a stretch. I like to do the 3-4x kind of thing when you talk about where the previous all-time high was, i.e., Ethereum was at $4,400. It's not a stretch for it to go to $8,000 or to $12,000, especially with the 90% drop in the issuance rate. If we saw the previous all-time high for Polygon was $2.91, let's round it up to $3. We can logically assume that at some point, Polygon is definitely probably going to end up hitting $9, if not the 4x, which is $12 per coin. A lot of times within the cryptocurrency space, you do see that there are many coins that do a 10 or 15x. I dare not say out loud that I think that Polygon during the next run can hit $30. It's totally possible, but I try to believe that. This coin went from here and fell down to 50 cents. Going from 50 cents all the way to 30 is a bit of a stretch. 50 cents, current dollar something or other where it currently is, to going to $9, not that much of a stretch, and we've definitely seen that happening before. Right. These are the coins that I'm most bullish on this week. And also for those of you who didn't catch the whole rest of the series or all the time I've made these are the coins I'm also going to be buying. I think these coins are incredibly undervalued. That's my personal opinion. This is not financial advice. If you didn't catch that part as well, the cryptocurrency space, many of the coins have dropped from anywhere from 75 to 99% in value as we are in this deep, dark inflation interest rate valley. But like before, I believe that prices will go back up. So I'm buying as much as I possibly can to be able to profit when prices actually are a lot higher, because you buy when it's low to sell when it's high, and you don't buy when it's high and then you sell back when it's low. So I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, commenting, and/or supporting, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.